Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're going to be starting in Chapter 11 Criminal Intent in Code Realize Guardian of Rebirth. Cardia had just passed out in the ornithopter from intense pain in her chest because part of her horologium had been cut out of her to use as an energy source for Nemo's airship, and she is now suffering greatly because of it. As I lay in bed, I stare out the window at nothing in particular. The darkening sky is very peaceful, reflecting the vivid orange color.
結論から言って
I turn to look back at him, and Victor and Impey are both in the room with me. Victor seems conflicted as he stares at me. He seems a little hesitant about whether he should tell me his thoughts. Go ahead.
君の体調不良はホロロギウムの欠損が原因だ
Well, that's obvious, so tell us what the repercussions are, right?
その欠損が原因でホロロギウムの作り出すエネルギーが変化したんだけどその変質したエネルギーに君の体は適応できない
So what's going to happen?
君の持つ毒が君自身に作用するつまりこのまま放っておけば君は近いうちに死んでしまうだろうね
I see. I don't feel shocked. I had a feeling that this was what was happening. MP standing next to me seems to have lost his usual light-hearted demeanor and is looking at Victor with a grave face. After our rescue in the ornithopter, I woke up in my own bed in the mansion. MP and Victor came in right away and explained the situation to me. Outside is such a nice day that the sight of it almost brings a smile to my face. I feel like it's such a contrast to our current discussion of life and death.
放っておけばってことはさ、それを止める方法もある。
Poor Impey. He just realized that he loved her. Well, I mean, maybe just realized that she loves him, and he's like, now she's facing death.
あるというよりも方法は一つしかないよ
Only one way.
かけらを奪い返して元の場所に戻してやればいいんだ
Well, there you go. Only retrieve the missing piece.
ホロロギウムは同じ物質との親和性がとても高いかけらを近づければ自然と一つになって元通りってわけそれで君は助かるはずだ
I nod at his words, but if what Nemo said is correct, then the missing piece is currently being used to power the Nautilus. Is it even possible to go up against that huge flying ship to get the piece back?
大丈夫だよ、カルディアちゃん。
When I look up at Impey, he nods to me in determination. Strangely, just seeing that look on his face begins to give me hope. Yes, just like after he leaped out into the sky and he hauled in a miracle with his own hands.
あ、それからもう一つまだ調べている途中だけどホロロギウムの変質に伴ってその毒性も変化してるはずなんだだから君の毒は今ほとんど効力を失っていると思う実験結果を見る限りはだけどね
The poison is gone?
断言はできないし毒が消えるタイミングも不明だからね僕ももう少し詳しく調べてみるよ
Alright, I don't know why, but that doesn't make me very happy.
それは無理もないよネモの言葉信じたくないよね
Well, besides the fact that she's a doll, I mean, it shouldn't make her very happy because it means she's actually dying. Either she has the horologium and she can stay alive as a poisonous doll, or she loses the horologium and her poison and then just dies. Victor is sympathetic.
俺は嬉しいけどね。
Of course you are. Suddenly, Impey takes my hand and begins to take my glove off. Impey? I try to pull my arm away, but he holds on to me firmly. Oh. And he gently takes my hand. I look up at Impey, speechless. Oh.
何してるんだインピー。
何って、毒が消えてるなら触れることもできるなって。
He's so cute. He's like, I can touch you now.
毒が消えてるかもしれないだよ。
He's willing to take that chance.
まあまあ、平気だったんだからいいじゃん。ね、カルディアちゃん。
Impey smiles while he says this. Now you could go on with your love plans, I guess. Not that she would agree, but still.
どう？これでも嬉しくないかな？
Aw, yeah, she had a wish at the beginning of the game where she wanted to feel another's warmth and touch. Aw, his kind expression, his warm hands. Ever since I awoke, I had thought of myself as a monster who leads those I get close to, and those who were kind to me to their deaths with the poison within me. I must not love anyone. I must not be loved. I shouldn't yearn for warmth, was the monster I was, but now it's as if the warmth that Impey is giving me is saying to me that I don't need to be a monster. I feel something warm roll down my cheek. I look at Impey and squeeze his hand. His hand is very warm.
そうさ。人の手ってのはね、とってもあったかいもんなんだ。
Or vampire hand in your case. Impey's words only draw out more tears from me, and all I can do is nod. This is the first warm touch of another person that I have ever felt. I'm so glad that my first touch was from Impey. Oh, so sweet. I reluctantly but gently take my hand away, and Impey places a hand on his chest and bows slightly.
まあ、治療法が分かってるなら大丈夫。このインピーさんに任せときなって。
Alright.
どっちにしろ、ネモから重力緩和装置を取り返さなきゃいけないしさ。
That's right.
その時、ホロロギウムのかけらも取り返してやろうぜ。な。
Thank you. I say this with a smile. I'm still crying as I smile, but I want him to see me try my best even so. The next day, after confirming that my condition is stable for now, Impey and I decide to explain everything to the rest of the group. Everyone wants to know what exactly happened to us. It seems that the two of us going off on our own had caused a considerable worry. But yeah. We need to explain as much as we can since we made them so concerned about us. With that in mind, I look around at everyone who gathered in the living room. A lot of sprites. Lupin, Van Helsing, Impey, Saint Germain, and Victor. I mean, it's not quite as many as my next life as a villain is, because then you got the girls shoved in there too, and it's just like sprites everywhere. Even Deli has come to join us. Why didn't you join the group just a second ago? Just add more to the frame. Alright then, I'll explain. We went to see Nemo to see if he knew anything about my father, about Isaac.
ああ、あの愉快な言動が多い。
Amusing behaviors.
そしていろいろと社会で生きていくのが大変そうな科学者の方でしたか。
Fitting of the society. I know, right?
伯爵、それ遠回しすぎてかえって失礼な気が。
But a roundabout way of being rude. I mean,
あの変態科学者のことか。
Van Helsing has no problem just being straight out rude.
バンはストレートに失礼すぎるんじゃないかな。
That's funny. They even use the word flat out.
そうなんだよ。その変態にさ、いろいろあって、俺たち捕まっちゃってさ。
Whack job captured us.
捕らえられたのですか。変態相手によく無事でいられましたね。
Oh my gosh, they're all using the word. I sense that whack job is going to become Nemo's new nickname. I suppose it's fitting though. What is Lupin going to call him? Then he found out about the horologium within my body. I then explained everything that happened while we were on the Nautilus and MP adding some details here and there. I don't hide anything, even the fact that I'm merely a doll, that I don't have a soul. I mean, everyone was there with you and they saw all the other homunculi. They already know what you are. I don't understand what you have to explain. When I tell them about that, my voice shakes a little and I feel like I'm stumbling over my words. So everyone continues listening to me in silence. Then, after we finish, Lupin is the first one to open his mouth.
なるほどな。ネモに奪われたホロロギウムのかけらを取り返せば、お前を救えるってことか。
うん。逆に言えば、それ以外に助かる道はないだろうね。
No other way.
それでは奪い返さないわけにはいきませんね。
Everyone nods in agreement with the Count. I hastily shake my head in response. No, this is a personal problem. I don't want to put the rest of you in danger over this.
何言ってんだ。そのネモってやつはノーチラスって戦艦使って暴れ回ろうってんだろ。
I know, right?
お前のことを別にしたって正義の泥棒紳士としちゃ見過ごせねえ話だ。
Part of justice.
僕も同感だ。ネモは危険すぎる。
変態に空を牛耳られるのは不愉快だからな。
A whack job ruling the skies.
その大きすぎる的、撃ち落としてやろう。
人間の味方をするつもりはない。が、いいだろう。
But fine, I will anyway.
世は世の恩人として、貴様のためだけに力を貸してやろう。
つまりことはあなただけの問題ではないということです。それに我々は紳士ですから、困っているご婦人には手を差し伸べるのが当然ですよ。
But
いいんだって。みんな君を助けたいのはもちろんだけど、それぞれの思いで戦うことを選ぶんだ。俺にとっても重力緩和装置は思いが詰まった大事なもんなんだ。兵器なんかには使わせない。必ず取り戻す。
he looks at me and smiles.
カルディアちゃん、君が気に病むことなんて一つもないからね。
Thank you, everyone. Everybody smiles as they look at me. Ah, this is where I belong. The first place of warmth and kindness that I've known since I left my old house. No matter who I am, and even if I'm not a natural form of life, these people accept me.
そんで奪われたホロロギウムのかけらはどこにあるんだよ。
ノーチラスの中で間違いない。あの戦艦は俺の重力緩和装置を使ってこの空に浮いてんだよ。で、装置を動かす莫大なエネルギーをホロロギウムのかけらから供給してるんだ。
つまりノーチラスはその装置のおかげで浮かんでいられるということか。ならば潜入しホロロギウムを奪えば同時に落とすこともできるというわけか。
その通り。大切なもんは全部ノーチラスにある。ホロロギウムのかけらも重力緩和装置も。カルディアちゃん、君と俺の幸せな未来もね。
Oh, right. Yeah, were they gonna pick up on the fact that they've developed feelings for each other while they were gone? Everyone else looks at me curiously, and I feel a bit awkward.
それは何の話？
I guess that's going to be now, since she admitted to this.
またいつもの妄想ですか？
残念ながら違います。もう俺と彼女は相思相愛の関係なんだよ。手出さないようによろしくね。
She's completely off the market.
おいおい、マジかよ。カルディア、お前なんかこいつに脅されてんの？
Nope. Well.
マジだってね。あの空からダイブするとき確かに言ったもんね。
She's gonna be like, I said that just because I thought I was gonna die. I didn't think I'd have to live with it.
俺のこと愛してるってね。
ね。 Impey starts winking at me with such enthusiasm, I can practically hear his eyelids slamming open and shut.
もうね、彼女は俺の男っぷりに夢中なわけなんですよ。
Steadiness.
二人きりになって初めてわかる魅力っていうの？もう俺にメロメロっていうか、ねえ、カルディアちゃん。
Oh my gosh, you're just really rubbing it in, aren't you? My body has gone beyond warm, and I feel myself burning with embarrassment. Even though what Impey says is about 60% true, the more I hear from him, the more I want to deny it. That was, I felt cornered. We'll just go deny it. I tried to shyly make light of the situation, and the others take a breath and nod in understanding.
なんだよ。やっぱ脅してんじゃねえか。
やれやれ、人騒がせな話ですね。
False alarm.
はあ、びっくりした。
くだらない。
Is he relieved because she's not with Impey or because she's still on the market? I don't know.
いや、ほんとだって。何勝手に話にオチがついた的な雰囲気出してんのさ。
Because Cardia won't agree.
あの時の愛してるは本物だったって。俺ビビってきたもん。ね、カルディアちゃん。
There were sparks. I'm not really sure what my emotional state was at the time. I was panicking and scared.
そんな。
Poor Impey. I really did. I was about to say something else when...
おい、待って、あれはなんだ？
Ellie, who had been silent this entire time, points out the window in surprise.
お前たちの言うノーチラスというのは、まさか、あれのことか？
We look at each other, then rush to the window. A large black shadow is overtaking the blue skies outside. Yeah, you lost your chance. We all hurry out the door. And take in the majestic presence of the ship that seems to almost fill the entire sky. We look up in shock as the Nautilus slowly continues moving forward. No, it only looks like it's slowly, but it might actually be traveling at an extremely great speed. The sheer size of it, too big to imagine floating in the air, makes it hard to judge the distance from where we are standing.
これは
Even Saint Germain, able to maintain a smile in any situation, is rendered speechless by this spectacle. This is the first time I've been able to get a good view of it myself. A full view, sorry. The word ship doesn't begin to cover it. This is a flying fortress made of steel.
なんだこれは。人間はこんなものまで作ることができるのか？
いいえ、これは現代文明が到達できる領域をはるかに超えています。
Saint Germain sounds panicked.
俺の装置とホロロギウムがあるとはいえ、ネモ、あいつは変態だが、確かに天才だよ。
ああいう手合いは内部に潜り込みさえすれば案外脆いものだ。
Yeah, I can imagine. You throw one wrench in that and it's going down.
同感だね。図体がでかけりゃでかいほど、付け入る隙もでかくなるってもんだぜ。
Nope, not surprised at all.
俺も全然驚いてないもんね。俺ほどの技師になれば、あんなもん一瞬で解体しちゃうからね。
Impey, your knees are shaking. For a second, I think that Nemo has found our hideout and is coming after us, but it seems he's just passing through. The Nautilus soars by over us and continues on its way. It comes to a full stop above London, probably right around where the middle-class residential areas are. Suddenly, it makes a strange noise. Even though we are quite far from it, the sound is so loud that my whole body is shaken by the vibration. Oh my gosh, now it echoes.
ロンドン市民諸君、ごきげんよう。
ごきげんよう。
私の名はネモ。
Oh my gosh, every time this man.
偉大なる科学の力をもってこのイギリス、いや全世界を啓蒙する空の王である。
おいおい、なんかいきなり危ないことを言い出したぞ。
I had to turn him down, but now like Lupin's is so quiet. I can't really hear him. Yeah, but knowing Nemo, he's probably dead serious. Impey furrows his brow and nods.
空の王とは大きく出たな。世界は広い。あんなもの一つで変えられるほど甘くはないだろうに。
いや、やり方次第では十分できるかもしれないよ。
何？
何？
重力緩和装置にホロロギウム。あの変態じゃない、天才科学者は世界を変えるほどの発明を2つも持ってるんだから。
ええ、ネモの手にした最も恐ろしい武器はあのノーチラス自体ではなく、むしろその2つのオーバーテクノロジーでしょうね。
そう、ノーチラスはそれらを利用した組み合わせのほんの一例なんだ。ネモが本当の天才ならもっと恐ろしいものをいくらでも作り出せるはず。
冗談じゃねえ。一つならまだ可愛いもんだが、10や20もあんなのが出てきたら。
ならばそうなる前にどうにかしてやればいいだけのことだ。
それはそうなんだけど、どうにかなるのかな、あれ。
Victor seems to be raising the doubts that we're all thinking.
さあ、天才科学者ネモからの楽しいゲームの時間だよ。イギリス政府およびイギリス全土の国民に告げる。
Oh my goodness.
これから皆に少々タグを行ってもらおう。
Tag?
追いかけっこですか？どのような意図でそんなことを？
I think he like starts shooting bombs at the city.
私はカルディアという少女の持つホロロギウムを望んでいる。
The Horologium. I feel like Nemo can see me somehow and chill run up my spine. Impey is standing near me, gently helping me stay upright.
大丈夫。ああいうってことはつまり、あいつは今俺たちがどこにいるかは分かってないってことだから。
He smiles. But all the while, Nemo's terrifying speech goes on.
追う側の君たちの使命は彼女を捕まえることのみ。ホロロギウムがどのようなものかは諸君が知る必要はない。
Even if they knew what it looked like, they wouldn't be able to see it all covered up.
ただホロロギウムを持つ少女を私の前に連れてくればいい。
They're still not gonna know who it is.
さて、しかし私は諸君の愚かさを知っているのでね。このノーチラスの異様を見てなお、諸君は素直に私には従おうとしないだろう。諸君ら無知の塔を動かすには、わかりやすい飴とムチが必要なのだよね。
Yeah, he's gonna start like bombing London until people cooperate,
3
probably.
日以内にロンドン外壁の前に彼女を連れてきたまえ。連れてきた者には私が作り出す新世界においての高い地位を約束しよう。
I hear Impey mutter, "Oh joy," beside me.
さて、次は無知だね。もし3日以内に彼女を見つけられなかった場合には、 諸君には偉大なる科学の鉄槌が下されるであろう。このようにね。
Something changes on the Nautilus. Part of the ship opens, and even from this distance, I see numerous objects falling from it. And in the next moment, the sound of a powerful explosion reaches all the way out to where we are, and the ground shakes a little.
爆弾か。
あの辺りは住宅地が密集しています。今の爆撃だけでかなりの被害が出たでしょうね。
Those poor innocent people, just to prove a threat, it gets bombed on. That's not right. No. A plume of jet black smoke rises from part of London as if to affirm what Saint Germain had said. It's not too difficult to imagine what kind of hellish state that neighborhood must be in right now.
さあ、これでわかったかね。私が有言実行の男であるということが。3日後、もし私に彼女を引き渡すことができなかったら、ここだけではない、ロンドンのすべてが火の海に変わると約束しようではないか。
Nemo's voice echoes throughout the sky. It sounds like the speech of a demon here to announce London's end. Shortly afterward, we gather our belongings and leave St. Germain's mansion. I have no idea how the government and the people of London will react to Nemo's threat. Since we've been staying at this mansion for so long, it's possible that our whereabouts are already known. Well, yeah. What's his name? Sherlock Holmes knows where you are too, so he would probably turn you in order to save London. That's just the type of man he is. Lupin suggested that it would be dangerous to continue staying here. We decided to move over to one of Lupin's hideouts located in London. Hopefully not the one that was billed Impey's bill. Whatever, I forgot what he bought. Oh, he bought the location of Nemo's whereabout.
さっきの爆発相当死んだって。
So one of your hideouts is at the woman nurse.
3日後はロンドン全部を狙うんだろう。この辺りもどうなるかわからねえな。
Oh, it's just two people talking. They got the same voice actor as her, though. The girls are restless with concern, and it can be heard from their conversations. I can't help but stop to listen, but Impey taps me on the shoulder.
カルディアちゃん、行こう。
Right. On the way to Lupin's hideout, I overhear similar conversations time and time again. All parts of the city have been thrown into chaos like a beehive that has been poked, and no one is able to hide their distress. The newspapers are printing extra editions. Who is the man calling himself Nemo? Who is Cardia? What is this huge battleship in the air? It's a battleship. What do you mean? What is it? Questions and speculations are being printed, with the pointless conclusion calling for swift action by the government.
さて、しばらくはここが拠点だ。三の屋敷に比べりゃ不便も多いが、住めば都って言葉もあるしな。
He unlocks the door as he says this and invites us into the room. It's much bigger than I had expected. I don't think it will feel too cramped even if we all stay here for a while. Thank you, Lupin. Lupin stares at me for a while, then lets out a small sigh.
思うことはいろいろあるだろうが、あまり深く考えすぎんなよ。
Alright. Later, we all exchange ideas on how to proceed from this point onward. With our opponent situated in a flying fortress, our options are limited. The only idea we can come up with for now is to use the ornithopter and charge in. But the Nautilus is a battleship after all. There are bound to be more weapons on board than just bombs. If we attack it unprepared, we'll surely be shot down. Also, if you go in an ornithopter, you're obviously going to be spotted. And then You're just gonna be shot down before you even get there anyway. Our discussion grinds to a halt and I glance out the window. I think I remember what happens, but I don't want to spoil it. Because, you know, it's part of the mystery. How are they going to get up there? They can't just take a helicopter that fits 2.5 people. Even from along the skyline of a street in the poor district, the sunset is the same beautiful red it is everywhere else. Hey, would it be alright if I went outside for some fresh air?
ダメだよ。君は指名手配に近い状況なんだから。
Not a criminal, she just has a bounty on her head.
この辺りにお前のことを知っている人間がいるとは思えんが、
Yeah, I know, right?
うっかり正体がバレでもしたら追い回される可能性は十分にある。
世も同じ考えだ。人間は追い詰められれば自分だけは助かろうと何をするかわからん。
You're right, I'm sorry for asking something like that. Seeing all of them frown at me like that makes me hang my head in shame. However, Saint Germain smiles faintly and speaks out in my favor.
これだけいろいろあったわけですし、私としては一人で考え事をしたいという気持ちもわかりますよ。さすがにこの状況であなたを一人にさせるわけにはいきませんが、
Like
誰かと散歩するぐらいはいいのでは？
Then
はいはい、ここは当然俺の出番だよね。護衛だったら任せてちょうだい。
Impey and I manage to convince the others that I'll be alright, and we step out into the alley to get some air. We silently walk through the crowd, not exchanging any words.
くそ、俺の家も何もかも灰になっちまった。それでこっちに逃げてきたのか？おめえも災難だったな。
誰かは知らねえが、一人差し出せばそれで手打ちにしてくれるってんだろ。さっさと自分から出ていけってんだよな。
ま、こういう時の政府だろう。なんとかしてくれるはずだ。
I know, I think the queen even knows her name, which is bad.
はっ、政府の連中は俺たちなんて町のゴミ程度の認識だ。今さら守ってくれるわけがねえだろ。
Actually, I don't think she does know her name. I think she just took an interest in her because she looked like Finnis. I think Cardia was just quiet. No matter where we go, all I hear is talk of the misfortune Nemo has caused. The people who have lost their homes and fled to this part of the city. The people who look up at the sky and tremble in terror. Some people think the government will come to the rescue and consider all this none of their business. In 3 days, if I'm not found, Nemo is going to set London ablaze. It's not an empty threat. Knowing Nemo, he will probably carry out his promise without any hesitation. If that's what's going to happen, I might as well. As the noise of the crowd swells in the background, my mind begins to spin. If I turn myself in, Nemo might not attack London. In exchange, he'll take the Horologium from me, leaving me another silent corpse. I'll no longer be able to live with Impey and the others or see Impey's smile. What am I thinking? I was never alive in the first place, so I could never live alongside Impey. Aww. I feel like a long time has passed. Impey, let's go back. Thank you for coming with me. As we begin to walk back, I find myself filled with a sense of futility. Impey, who had been quiet all this time, suddenly pokes my cheek.
カルディアちゃん、何暗い顔しちゃってんの？
Guess I could turn my sound up that Nemo's not talking anymore. Huh?
そんな顔、君には似合わないって。ひょっとして何か変なこと考えてた？
Weird thoughts. Is it alright for me to stay? Oh. Is it alright for me to stay here? To him and no one else, I feel compelled to confess my true feelings. I speak with a heavy heart. If I stay here in hiding, Nemo will attack London. Then maybe I should just turn myself into him. Oh, look at that face. He's like, I look down and Impey gently caresses my cheek.
今素直な気持ちを話してくれたのは俺への愛がなせる技かな。
That I tried to deny it but can't quite find the words. I feel a warmth in my chest that prevents me from saying he is completely wrong. I don't know if it's love, but I felt like I shouldn't lie to you.
それはもう愛してるって言って差し支えないと思うんだけどな。
Impey lets out a small laugh, then gently pats me on the head.
先に言っておくけどさ、もしここで君がネモに従ってもいいことなんて何にもないよ。
But he said he would burn London down.
じゃあ仮に君がおとなしくネモに降伏したとしよう。ホロロギウムを奪われたら当然君は死んじゃう。
Yeah, she's already come to that realization. Yes.
で、ネモはホロロギウムの桁外れのエネルギーを手に入れて、ますます手がつけられなくなる。
Oh, that's true.
仮にロンドン壊滅を止められても、それはあくまでその一瞬だけ。
Your only option is to take him down.
ねえ、君があいつに捕まる方が結果的には危険な行為なんだよ。
Maybe you're right.
それで俺たちは必死に考えてるんだよ。君を守ってネモのやつをぶちのめすハッピーエンドってやつをさ。
Impey wants his happy end.
だからカルディアちゃん、君自身が先に諦めるのはなし。でないと俺泣いちゃうし。
Impey's half-joking words and his kindness seeps into my heart. I smile and nod. Thank you, Impey. I feel a little more settled now.
ふふん、お嬢様のお力になれたのなら光栄にございますってね。
Impey gives me a deep bow as he says this.
もっと俺たちを信じて。何にも問題はないからさ。
It's cute when he bows to her. It's so adorable. Impey's profile with the light from the city shining on it looks very kind and beautiful, but it's his smile that has so much warmth that my chest tightens. It makes me afraid to lose him. If Impey abandons me now and takes off, I probably wouldn't be able to bear it. That's how I feel. Hey, Impey. Why are you doing so much for me?
ええ、理由か。3つくらいあるかな。1、女の子を助けるのは紳士のたしなみ。2、それが君みたいな可愛い子ならなおさら。
I should have expected that much from you. As Impey lists his reasons with a smile, I can't help but smile to myself. Wait, did he say there's 3?
それから
Oh, okay.
3つ目。君を愛してるから。
Oh. And 3 because I love you. So cute. Impey gently holds my hand. He's said these words so many times since the day we met that they're like a common greeting now. But when he said I love you now, it felt different from the previous times.
あと俺は君の笑顔がすごい好きだから。ん？あ、いけねえ。4つになっちゃったよ。
He's so cute when he's embarrassed. He laughs happily. Romantic feelings can develop between a man and a woman, and at times it can't be helped. It just arises in your heart without any regard for a person's will. I read about that long ago in a book in my mansion. I had thought it was an emotion that I would never feel, but now I see this feeling. I look at Impey and smile. Impey, the warmth of a person and love, this person has taught me everything. If an artificial being like me is able to fall in love...
何？カルディアちゃん？
Nothing, I just wanted to say your name. This is when I feel it again, right in this moment. I just wanted to say your name. It's cute. As we approach the door to the hideout. Something going to happen? No. I see Lupin walking towards us and raise my hand. In addition to Lupin, Van Helsing, Victor, and Saint Germain are walking with him. Where did you all go?
街の様子の確認。それと食材の買い出しだよ。いろいろ調べておきたかったからね。
You came out as a group?
あとはあなたたちの帰りが遅いので心配になりましてね。
They were bonding.
何しろ護衛についてるのがメンバーの中で一番頼りないやつだったからな。
Oh, he's reliable, don't say that.
お嬢様を守るナイトになんてこと言うんだよ。だいたい一番頼りないのはシシーじゃん。
Of course it'd be Cece the dog. Oh,
犬
Cece
と比
came
較してどうしたいんだお前は。
Why you compared yourself to a dog? Funny. As we talk, Lupin opens the door and steps in. He stops suddenly. Oh. I had been walking right behind him, but I come to a hasty stop. What's the matter, Lupin? Someone's been there? Or is it Sholmes? I peek out from around Lupin's back to see what's going on in the room. I think it is, yeah. I stiffened in surprise. Yeah, I was like, wait a second, I remember this. He just like randomly appears because he knows where all of Lupin's hiding spots are. Or he finds out very quickly.
なんでてめえがここにいやがるショルメ
What are you doing here?
なんでと言われてもな。ここにいるドラクロワ君が私を中に入れてくれたからだが。
Oh yeah, the little vampire doesn't know that he's not wanted. Sholmes leisurely lifts a steaming cup up to his lips. Where'd you get the tea? Did he make it for you too?
こいつは以前屋敷にも来た。ルパンの友なのだろ。
Oh yeah, he's a friend. Sure.
留守を預かる者として余が責任持って応対してやったぞ。感謝するがよい。
He thinks he's doing such a good job too.
友達になった覚えはねえよこんなやつに茶なんて出すな
As Deli was giving his explanation, Lupin was looking up at the ceiling. Then he suddenly looks over at Sholmes as if realizing something. Uh-oh, you gonna turn him in?
いやそうじゃねえちょっと待ててめえどうやってこの場所割り出した
Alright.
やれやれ。相変わらず君は質問が多いね。
He shrugs as he says this.
屋敷に行ってみたら君たちの姿がなかったものでね。
I know. That's why they left, because some people know where they live.
仕方がないので、君のこれまでの行動からいくつかアジトを推理してね。確率の高い順から尋ね歩いていたのだよ。幸いにして1軒目で正解を当てたようだ。我ながら自分の幸運が怖いね。どうだい？安物だがそれなりに一心地つけるぞ。
そもそもそれは俺が準備してたもんだろうが
He just insulted your tea. Lupin stomps over to Sholmes and snatches the cup away from him.
うわ、すごい。完全にルパンが翻弄されてる。
奴のアーテル様は実に滑稽だな。
ああ、そうそう。一つ大事なことを言い忘れていた。
He definitely knows Cardia's name.
このアジトについて、まだ幾人か訪問客の予定があるのだが、いいかね？
No. Probably not.
はどういうことだよ
こういうことだ。
Sholmes snaps his fingers.
ここでやったが100年目だ
Oh my goodness. Yep, they're all there to take Cardia away, probably. I turned toward the sudden booming voice to see Leonhardt and his soldiers storming into the room.
逃がしはしないぞルパン
I'm intimidated by Lionheart's intensity and take a few steps back. Huh? What? Does he recognize her, I wonder?
なんでここが
The Sholmes told him.
私が呼んだからね。
See? I invited them.
お前な
Wow, he's really loud. Not happy at all.
しかしこれほどの数の気配に気がつかないとは。ルパン、君も随分と鈍ってきたんじゃないか？
Perhaps the man's attitude has gotten to Lupin because he closes in on Sholmes with none of his usual cool. Sholmes truly is Lupin's weakness. Despite the situation, I watched them with interest.
嫌われたものだ。
Well, yeah, especially when you invite the enemy to his house.
泥棒が探偵嫌って何が悪い。
それでどうする？蹴散らすか？
Stop it. I'm trying to times 3 speed. Stop giving me pop-ups.
バン、その気もないのに、そんなことを言ってはいけませんよ。
Why would he not mean it? He's going to be antagonistic, so I would totally see him out too. Digimon takes a step forward, waving his hand to call for reason from us all.
そもそもこれだけの人の気配、バンが気づかないわけがないでしょ。
I guess that makes sense. He would have no reason to show them out because he already knew that they were there and he let them in.
そうなの？気がついてたなら教えてよ。
先を感じなかったからな。警告する必要はないと判断したまでだ。
Well, that's good. They're not going to turn her in then.
何をごちゃごちゃ言っているのだ、ルパン！貴様を逮捕する！
No, they're not after Cardia. They're after Lupin. Lupin, you're under arrest.
一人だけ敵対心バリバリのおっさんがいるんだけど。
というか、ちょっと待って。逮捕も何も政府は僕たちを保護するってビクトリアが言ったはずじゃ。
Yeah, that's been dropped. Were you guys talking about, it's going to end eventually? And Victor asks this, Lionheart jerks himself upright.
その女王陛下直々のご命令である。お前たちを宮殿へと案内せよとのことだ。
I think this falls under the part which I know. It's not that she wants them there to be handed over. She wants to discuss something with you.
なるほど。女王が。
Because obviously, why would she want to turn you guys in after he bombed her city? She's going to employ you guys to save her city.
では、ショルメさん、あなたは政府に雇われて協力をということですか？
いかにもその通り。
Sholmes pours himself another cup of tea and raises it to hit the count in a salute.
何？政府じゃ案内ってのは銃向けて強制連行することなわけ？いや、万が一にも逃げられないようにという我が輩の配慮だ。
You could have just told us that you were here to escort us.
彼は真面目だからね。長所であり、短所でもあるが。
いいから来たまえ。女王陛下をお待たせするようなことがあってはならないからな。
Lionheart declares this as he leaves the room, fully expecting us to follow. We all look at one another, then decide that it's best to follow him without resisting. Well, yeah. When the government asks for you, you go. We're split into several groups, then are transported by carriage. I'm in the same carriage as Impey and Lionheart. Deli and Cece are allowed to stay behind at the hideout. Yeah, no one wants them. This was Van Helsing's idea, as Deli's presence among government officials who fear vampire retaliation may cause tension. I agreed with him. I would like Deli to be as far away from the conflict as possible. I watch as the night skyline flows by and think about what lies ahead. At this point, I have no clue what Queen Victoria's intentions are in sending for us. The soldiers don't seem to have any animosity towards us, but we still can't allow ourselves to relax.
顔色悪いけど大丈夫？
Yes.
なあおっさん、まさかネモに彼女を引き渡す気じゃないだろうな。
陛下の真意まで我が輩は聞かされてはおらぬ。
He's not even giving inside information to this.
つまり言いたくないと。信用されてないな。
失敬な。政府の思惑が表に漏れることのないようにとのご配慮だ。
She doesn't trust you.
だが悪いようにするつもりはないとだけは陛下もおっしゃっておられた。
But do you not harm? No harm?
ま、女王が何を考えてたとしても彼女を守ってみせるけどね。
Impey's words are reassuring. If he says I'll be alright, I trust him. We pass through the streets lined with large mansions, and a much larger building comes into view. Looks like the White House. Buckingham Palace, standing tall and dignified, rises high into the London night.
ついてきたまえ。
We exit the carriage surrounded by a great number of soldiers. We walk through the palace halls. Eventually we arrive at a wide open space. Beyond the line of soldiers, the queen sits with an air of composure upon the throne at the far end of the room. The queen sits with an air of composure upon the throne at the far end of the room.
女王陛下、ご命令通り連れてまいりました。
I think in one of these routes, Lionheart confesses, not really confesses, but makes known that he kind of has a thing for the queen. I don't know if it's romantically or if it's just like a sense of duty, but he will do what she wants even if she tells him to do something bad. It came across to me as love, but I might have been mistaken and I don't remember. I think it was in Victor's route actually. Sorry, I just can't help talking about certain things. It just randomly comes back to memory.
ありがとうレオンハルト。相変わらず良い働きぶりね。
はっ、お褒めに預かり光栄に存じます。
The queen smiles at Lionheart as the man bows, then she looks over at us.
よく来てくれたわね、お嬢ちゃん。それからシュタイン博士も久しいわね。挨拶もなしとは嫌われたものね。今は気球の時、市場を捨ててお互いに協力しましょう。
Victoria smiles, but Victor stubbornly refuses to look at her.
前置きはいい。なぜ私たちをここに呼んだ？
並ぶものなき市場の印。サー・エイブラハム・バン・ヘルシングね。
What do you mean you must be the knight? Aren't you the one that knighted him? I don't understand. Because Lionheart was talking about how you like betrayed her. I don't know. Like I thought she was the one that bestowed all this upon you. It was just 2 years ago. There wasn't anyone else in power.
生きた伝説に再び出会えたこと、光栄に思う。あなたがこの一味に加わっていると知った時には驚いたけれど。
Yeah, see, she knows who you are, so I don't understand the last comment, but whatever.
どうして私があなたたちを呼びつけたのか。それはもう大体察しがついているのではなくて、お嬢ちゃん。
Because Nemo demanded that you hand me over.
そう。あのふざけたおもちゃの上からこのロンドンを見下ろしてね。突如浮かび上がった巨大な浮遊戦艦からあなたたちが脱出したことは私たちも観測していたの。
へえ、なかなか目ざといじゃねえか。
目ざとくなければこの時代一国の死生者なんて務まらないわよ。そしてその犯人ネモのことは私たちの方でももう調べがついているわ。元王立協会所属の科学者。極端に危険だったり倫理を無視した実験を繰り返した結果 法律協会を放逐された男。その後は消息を絶ったということになっているけれど、今あの大きなおもちゃになってこのイギリス相手に喧嘩を売っているわけ。
A Gigo? Is that what she said?
そこまで分かってるなら説明はいらないね。そっちとしては俺たちにどうしてほしいわけ？
今はとにかく情報が欲しいの。包み隠さず話してくれたなら悪いようにはしないわ。
We all look at each other and nod. Impey steps forward as our representative.
じゃ一番事情に詳しい俺が話すことにしようか。
Yeah, well, plus you're the only one that really understands him as an engineer, too. Impey proceeds to give her a thorough explanation of everything that has happened to us. Of course, he doesn't go into my horologium or his gravity alleviator.
つまりネモは世界を征服しようと思ってて、そのために彼女を必要としているらしい。ってことさ。
So if you don't go into the horologium, then it doesn't make any sense why he would need a random girl to take over the world. You might have to include the horologium.
なるほど。お嬢ちゃん、ネモはホロロギウムがどうとか言っていたけれど、それについては心当たりはないの？
And plus there's that. He even said that this girl has the horologium. You can't just play dumb. No, okay. I nod timidly. You're lying. Victoria looks at me as if she can see right through me, but eventually turns away and sighs. And didn't she call Victor's bluff too? She knows you have it.
そう。まあいいわ。そのあたりのことについてはまた後で考えていきましょう。今はとにかくネモの目的を阻止することが先決ね。
You're not gonna fool the queen.
そしてネモの船にいたという黄昏兵とのつながりとやらも気になるわ。こちらは早急に調べさせましょう。しかしよりにもよってこの私の統治するイギリスを世界征服の足がかりにしようとはね。
怖い。
Me too. Perhaps the queen is the competitive type. As we look at each other nervously, a soldier comes rushing into the room, his footsteps loud on the floor.
失礼します。大変なことが。
Something has happened.
騒々しい。女王陛下の御前であるぞ。
いいのよ、レオンハルト。何があったの？教えて。
はっ、ロンドン上空に再びあの巨大戦艦が姿を現しました。現在、工業区域を爆撃しております。
It hasn't been 3 days, has it? The soldier's words that set the room abuzz. Just then a strange noise resounds from outside.
この音、昼間も聞いた。ノーチラスの覚醒装置。
つまりネモからのメッセージというわけね。窓を開けてもらえるかしら。
Whoa. Flames everywhere. A soldier opens the window as she commands, and the cold night air drifts inside. I hear shrill laughter and see bursts of fire flaring up in the distance.
諸君、見えるかね？このロンドンに咲く美しい炎の花が。君たちは愚かだ。正しい道へ教え導くには何度でも学習が必要だろう。だからこそ、こうして私はここを訪れたのだよ。私の要求を受け入れなければどうなるのか、よくわかったかな？
I see red lights in the distance. The darkness of the night makes them stand out all the more, and we are rooted in a place of shock.
くそ、めちゃくちゃ仕上がる。
How could he? Oh no, it's all my fault.
落ち着いて、カルディアちゃん。あれは君を揺さぶって自分から姿を現してもらおうって魂胆だ。
そう。出ていく必要はないわ。
Victoria rises from her throne and slowly steps forward.
レオンハルト、イギリス空挺騎士団に緊急戦闘準備の通達を。
London's going to answer you with fire.
このクイーン・ビクトリアが許可します。全力をもってあの空飛ぶ戦艦を撃ち落としなさい。
ほう。
Victoria continues to give orders to the other soldiers in the room.
このロンドン上空は戦場となるわ。市中に避難命令を発令。
はっ。
ネモとやらダンスの準備はよろしくて。さあ皆、栄えある大英帝国の力を見せてやりましょう。
女王陛下のお使いに。
I hurt my ears so bad. The soldiers all responded in unison to Victoria's orders. The end, probably, right? Yeah. Get the oh, no, it's not. I saw like the little border. I thought it was the end. That night, flashes of light are visible in the night sky. A contingent of airborne knights airships lift off. They head straight for the Nautilus, which has remained hovering over the industrial area lit from below by the flames. However, the gun batteries on the Nautilus shoot down the approaching airships one after another. In a matter of minutes, the sky is filled with fire and smoke. The scene is enough to drive onlookers to despair.
落ちろ落ちろ、カトンボどもめ。
Nemo stands in the Nautilus's pilot house, watching the fight below and laughing hysterically. The Royal Society had expelled him. What a joy it is now to shoot down the airships devised by those same feeble minds.
どうだ。これがお前たちが追い出したこの私の科学の力だ。
Nemo laughs. If only Master Isaac was here. Isaac Beckford is the one person who Nemo truly respects. However, even Isaac eventually abandoned him. When the Royal Society expelled him, Isaac had cast him aside as well. Why, what had he done? Before Nemo could confront Isaac with these questions, the man had gone missing. Ever since then, Nemo has been thinking,
先生、アイザック先生、あなたはどこかで見ているのでしょう。
Isaac must be waiting for him.
どうですか、この私の知性は、優秀さは。
Nemo needs to show that he is a scientist worthy of assisting the great Isaac. Surely that is what Isaac is waiting for. Because Isaac sees potential in Nemo. Because Isaac is concerned for him.
見てください、この空。破壊の光に満ちたこの空を。
He's not concerned about you. Actually, I don't even think Isaac shows up until Lupin's route. I don't remember if he shows up in any other routes or not.
私を認めてください、アイザック先生。
Oh my gosh. Nemo raises his arms and shouts, striking a figure that is both ridiculous while at the same time sad. Striking a figure. Like a pose, I guess. Intense combat unfolds in the air beyond the windows of the navigational bridge. But even this battle in the sky will soon come to an end. Britain will fall to the might and the mind of the one mad scientist. At least he called himself a mad scientist. Now is that the end? I feel like it is now. The end. Chapter 12. Grandest? The grandest dream. I like this music. I think this is one of the chapters that I like. Anyway, so that is it for chapter 11. Nemo has started a war with London, and Queen Victoria has obliged, so like I said, it takes a while for the story to get interesting, but when it does, it really does. So I'm excited to finish the rest of it and then go on to Abraham's story. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy, please drop a like down below and or subscribe for the rest of the content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.